I'll just type it in. Oh, there it is.
Okay, it's not live. It's not showing live on my side yet. It probably is, but it's just not.
Well, I
Okay,
think,
now it is.
okay.
Yeah, now it is.
Hey,
Okay.
y'all.
Hey, everybody. As I always say, this is going to be a quick live, but
It is. I have knitting to do. Knitting to
yeah,
do.
I mean it, and I really mean it this time. Uh, because everybody always, goes at me for that. Hi, everyone in chat
Wendy,
who is.
please.
Um. Anyway, the reason that we're coming live, I was going to wait to do this on Thursday night because I have a Thursday night very, very late
Or early.
live, well,
Right
or
there.
early because Randi works. So we're going to be doing it Thursday. I'll set it up for midnight Central, but 1 a.m. Eastern. So I hope everybody's there because it's going to be an
Hey,
important
Melody.
stream. It's going to be
It
important.
is. And my point to Diane was this. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna try and bring back some good in the community and do some good. And so why put drama in with it? We're
True.
not yeah. So we're not I don't want to do that. And she didn't want to do that. She's like, yeah, you're right. So here we are. Here we
Okay.
are.
So yeah. So we'll talk all about that on Thursday night. It'll
Yes.
be a good live stream. So I hope everyone comes. Because yeah, we're just not going to let certain people, ruin things for the holidays. That's it. And I'm glad that people did read my community post. If you haven't, I put up a community post. So here's what happened. Um, Wendy B made a clip of Alicia today, because she wanted to hear this, whatever her stance was. She wanted to hear both sides with the whole step thing. That's not what this live stream is about. But in that comment section, there were people, and I don't even know why the wish lists were brought up from last year, but they were. Um, Certain people, and I'm not going to call out names. I'm not going to do that. I could, but I'm not. Saying things like, "We didn't help anybody in the community. All we did was, um, put together a list for all of our friends." So basically, what it's the perception that's being put out is that we all sat in Discord and we all said, let's make lists for each other and let's, get ourselves gifts. That's not what happened. Every single list for Christmas wish lists came through me. So people, once I put it out into the community in November, people started emailing me. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew who they were. Okay, they were definitely people from this community, but they certainly were not Mandolin. It wasn't Hello Starlight. It was not any of our friends. Not that it would have been a bad thing if either Starlight or Mandolin wanted a wish list. I mean, there was no stipulation put on who could put or submit a wish list. That was just a fact. Um, so that's not true. So I just want to put to rest once and for all that either one of them, Starlight or Mandolin, made a wish list. And if they had, so what? But they didn't.
Right. Well, and here's the thing. People had encouraged Manderlin. Yeah, well, I don't know if encourage is the right thing, but said, you have 6 kids. Do you want? And she said, no, no, no. So for it to be spun like those two, that it's just not true. And I'm not going to sit back and let them be lied on.
Right, exactly.
Not that it
Um,
would have been a bad thing, but it's not the truth.
Right. And I did hear today that Manderlin did a live stream. Unfortunately, I wasn't around to hear it, but I got an email. I think Thank You Next went on that panel and said that, exactly what I said. Okay, exactly what I said. When people wrote to me, I helped them put together their list. I clicked Welcome back, Kim Wiggins, to the Sophisticated Mamas. Um,
Mhm.
I went through every single wish list with them. Well, not the, yeah, I did. I went through every single wish list with them. I made sure that their addresses were not showing, their names. Some of them took a little bit more time because it was confusing for some people. Once I got their list, I put the list into my mod chat, and then they became numbers. Okay, they became numbers. I did not know who any of the wish lists were. Once they were made, I didn't know who they belonged to. uh, Thank you next didn't know. None of the mods knew. And some of those links were passed on to other channel holders like Trisha and BTS, and everybody was dropping links to try to help out. So it's just not true. And I'm not going to let people tarnish what we did last year. We
Yeah.
helped 40 families. Did we have some bumps along the way? We did, because it was the first time out. Uh, are we going to do it different this year? We're going to do it different this year, but we'll talk about that on Thursday. The other thing is, yes, tonight, and I will say it, Steph did say that women were sitting in Discord and just making up lists. That's not true. It did not happen.
I know,
It did not
Kimberly.
happen, because I was in a Discord with these women and I didn't see one of those, um, you know, people make a list. It's just not true. Yeah, please get rid of anybody, just
Yeah,
block
they're
anybody.
going. Just ignore them and just go
Yeah.
ahead. Just ignore them. Okay.
I know, Kimberly, I'm sick of people twisting this too.
But
Um,
and here's yeah, but here's the thing. Back then, the Discord, the main Discord that people was in at that time, Diane had a mod Discord, um,
yes.
and these conversations certainly did not happen. And we were in Hey Polyester Jumpers, we were in
Hey, polyester.
Jenny Jen Jen's Discord a lot. None of this happened. None of this happened. So for this to be a
Sour
projection,
girl.
hey Sour
Sorry.
Girl, a projection onto anything good. I mean, for clarification purposes, I was not in any Discord with Steph at this time. No, that's the thing is I don't think Steph was in a Discord with any of us that I
No,
know of. Not us. If
no.
she was in a Discord with them, maybe she was. I don't think so though. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
and even if she was in a Discord, that didn't happen. I would listen. There's no way that Hello Starlight wouldn't tell me that she was making a list. Now, I have two regrets over the wish list from last year. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it here tonight rather than on Thursday. When Molly Golightly came to me in DMs on Google Hangouts, she asked me if Potty Mouth Mama made a list. And I said, not yet, but, and I have the messages. So, if I have to show them, I will.
Okay.
Um, my regret was because, you know, it, she asked me for the list. She
Thanks,
said, if
baby.
you can get the list, my Patreons want to help her because she's gone through something to that effect. So in other words, she knew. And she also said some other shit to me. She said, Diane, what you're doing is a really good thing, and da 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 da. And Laura is just jealous of, because she can't compete with your kindness. So it's really odd. Welcome, Melly D, to the Lawn Chair Mafia. uh so my only regret out of all of this was giving that list to Molly because of what happened, the aftermath of what happened. She told me that all the Patreons fulfilled that list. But what she didn't tell me was that she didn't want to shop off that list and that she went and did her own thing and then threw it up in Potty Mouth Mama's face. So that's one of my biggest regrets, is getting involved in that. Welcome back to the Lawn Chair Mafia.
Yes.
So, and
Yeah,
yeah,
because that did blow up. But right,
yeah,
yes,
it did,
Tracy Mama 3.
and I
The whole
regret
community
that.
did a wonderful thing during such a tough year. It was a tough year.
It
And
was.
for this to be, I don't understand. how this bullshit. Because here's the thing, Steph. I don't know if you're listening. I don't know if she's still alive. I had decided I'm not getting in this. I'm not gonna, a small foot joke was made last night about, that wax melt that I bought smelling like feet, blah blah blah. That was it. That was it. That was as far as I was willing to go, because everybody else was talking about it. Um, they seem to have it covered. I guess, that is how I had was because German lady keeps talking about it, and but so for some reason, well, yeah, what's wrong with being a transvestite that weighs 200 pounds? Wait, did she say me?
Huh?
I wish I had false teeth.
Hi, hi Bex. Hi, say Robbie.
They,
Um,
yeah. But anyway, so I was gonna stay out of it because I don't give a. I mean, it's not. Well, look, I want to. I don't know. I don't know if I. It's not that I don't give a shit. It's just that people seem to have it covered. How about that? That's good enough. And instead of Steph just not bringing other people into it, she had to bring other people into it.
yeah, and what she said tonight, because I did go back and listen to the clip, was that's what she said. She said that these women sat in a Discord and all made lists, and then of course her little co-host over there,
Mm-hmm.
made it grotesque as usual. But I'm just wanted to come live to say that the lists were legit. We did help a lot of people. Most of the people, most, with the exception of maybe one or two people that whined afterwards that they did not get anything bought off their wish list. And I don't know how that happened, other than maybe people became overwhelmed because there was a lot. Some people had a lot of things on their wish list. We didn't get, like, I didn't stipulate to anybody, only put like 5 items on there, and make sure that it's just for kids, or make sure that you don't put expensive items on there at like $100 or more, which we're going to talk about on Thursday night, because we are going to do the wish list again, and hopefully this year we will make sure that everybody gets their wish list taken care of, because there won't be as many things on
What's
the
the
on the
best
wish
part?
list,
Yeah.
and more people can be covered. It was the first time we had some bumps, but even for the first time, I think I still think that we did a great job. And without the help of, and I'm going to be, real now, without the help of Thank You Next, because once I got those links, and it took a long time to get them all going, she made sure that they were organized. She made sure that, on Tuesday night, I would say, let's drop, lists 1 through 12, not, don't drop them all. We made sure that we alternated them every single week that we went live, twice a week, to make sure. And then I put them in my comment section and told everybody, if you want to go there to buy something off of it, you can. So I think we really tried our hardest in that time period that we had. Another thing, I want to start it earlier this year, because I don't think we had enough time, because by the time it was over, December 18th was the cutoff date. I think that a lot of things were already unfortunately sold out. Remember, it was COVID year. They were having a hard time with
Yeah.
deliveries and things like that. In fact, one person that I know of never got her stuff, even though I got charged for it. It was just a bad year altogether. I'm hoping this year it will go more slow. Just better. Steph has completely disappeared. Turned
Hey,
into,
Willow.
hi Willow.
Well, I don't know if Steph has disappeared. I know that tonight it was a lot of. I didn't hear the whole thing. I heard a lot of it. Um, it was a lot of shock words, a lot of the same rhetoric that Rex always produces. To maybe take the heat off of what's going on. And a lot of insults toward the guy that gave the money. And what I didn't see was in any way any accountability, and whatever. You answer for that, okay? You answer for
Mhm.
that. Because look, I'm gonna put this out there about the screenshots, text messages, all that, because that's what's gonna happen. Because it's been said that Steph has all these screenshots of conversations with me and Fod, and they're terrible, but they're not. And I have them if someone wants to see them. And I never had a sexual. I can't believe I'm having to discuss this 2 years later, or a year later at least. A sexual relationship with Fod. Um, I never had any phone sex, cyber sex, text message sex, if that's possible,
Right.
with
And I
Fod.
know that, and I can vouch for that 100%, that
Hmm.
those things never happened.
Yeah. And so to, say I'm just going to put the screenshots out. Well, that's fine. Do what you have to do, but just know that I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back about probably 200 times harder, because this is what's happened so far has been very light compared to what I can dish, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't. I think that
Yeah. Pod's not even around anymore.
no. Yeah, yes, misnomer, yes. But
Yeah. 2 years.
yeah, Fod's not around that I know. Foyd, we call her Foyd now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I haven't seen her around. So, I mean, look, I don't even know how, like I said, I have no clue how a clip being put out by Wendy B, that she clipped of Alicia, how it ended up becoming a comment section filled with, you know, that we all just like, basically what people were saying is, all of us, just, went into a Discord basically, and we all made wish lists, and all we did was help each other, like Randy made one, I made one, and does that even make sense? Why would each of us make wish lists and buy shit for each other? Come on.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. I
Try to
mean,
read. Bex, look, I'm sick of it. It's every time that she gets caught up or something happens, it's such a big deflection, which I'm sure we can all deflect, but damn. I mean, I'm with you. How did this turn into the wish list and accusing Mander and Starlight of,
yeah.
I mean, and who cares if they did? And that, like I said, that's a complete total lie. Everybody that was in there, Kimberly, you was almost in every Discord chat. Um, I don't miss doing them, Melly D. Because I'll end up saying something I regret, and then I feel bad. But you know, Wendy knows this never happened. Wendy, I do wish she would speak about it. She knows that never happened. So
Oh
it's
no, Wendy definitely knows that never happened because
yeah,
she was part of this channel. She
yes,
knows she knew everything that was going on with those wish lists. No way, no way, no way did that ever happen. So, like I said, I just really wanted to clear that up because I was kind of in shock that it was brought up. You know what I mean? I know that the wish lists were brought up after, all the shit went down here, but the wish lists have nothing to do with, even me. Other than it was something that I wanted to do. Everybody was willing to help. I thought it was a great thing. I felt very proud of everybody, the whole entire community. It wasn't just me. I didn't buy everything off of every list, but I helped to coordinate it, and I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of what the mods did. I'm proud of everybody who dropped the links, and I'm proud of the people who bought things. I mean, I thought it was very kind. And I know that some people think, oh, well, it's not something you should be doing on here. You can go out into your own community and help people. But why not help people here? We are a community. This is
yeah.
a community. These are people, some of these people we've known for years. Why
Well,
not help them?
well, we did good last year. Come on, we
We
did. And
did.
and let me explain. And so far, let me retract what I said. Wendy absolutely did speak up today in Mander's stream. Sorry for me saying I wish you would when she did.
Yeah, she did.
Chevy, Chevy. You hunk,
Chevy.
you hunk, you.
I
Uh,
know, Bex. I know that everybody in TNT's Discord as well. Uh, they were, handling
it
wish
was
lists.
Kimberly, and here's what made it. It's like for somebody say that doesn't have money like others, like you could take something off someone's wish list that you could afford and buy something and feel good about yourself. Yeah, I'm probably not saying it right, but I'm able to get maybe three $10 gifts. I feel good about myself and I'm helping someone at the same time. So
Right.
a lot of times when you help someone, there's a little selfishness behind it, but it's the truth is it does make you feel good.
Yeah,
We
it does. It does make you feel good. And, I mean, like I am, and I've said this many, many, many times on my live streams, just in, regular conversations. My love language is always been gift giving. Uh, so, that even got, turned
yes,
on me. That's my love language. It always has been before I even knew anyone here. It's just who I am. So anyway, like I said, I think that a lot of effort was put into it on everybody's part. It was time consuming, and yet it had a great outcome. It had a fantastic outcome. I really was happy about it. Like I said, I think there was only one person that I remember who whined after it and said, and I'm not going to call her out either, but said that she didn't get anything on her wish list. I don't even know how that's a possibility, but I assure you, this time around, when we do it, we're going to make sure that everybody gets something, because we're going to make sure that people don't put too many items on there, and it's limited, and it's going to just be for
it's
kids.
hey now.
Because we got poked at that. If you remember, as soon as the wish list went out, the first person to go through them was Laura, and she saw a vacuum cleaner. So even though, again, that was none of anybody's business, I think that it would be more
Yeah.
feasible for everyone if we just make sure that it's for kids this
So
year.
Jane the Teach says it is a lie. Hello Starlight and Mandolin didn't have Amazon wish list, and they were making fun of Batty for having financial hardships. It's ironic. Hey Jane, I love your voice. The they
Who
shouldn't
was,
be.
wait a minute, who was making fun of Daddy?
I I guess Steph and Rex.
Get out of here. How would they even know?
I don't know.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. I'm not going to let anybody in this community, I don't care. Listen, people who didn't like me way before any of this all happened didn't like me. Uh, they're not, I don't expect them to like me now. It is what it is.
Well,
But
but they could still, you know what? Even if you don't like somebody, you could still pick a wish list and help someone. And you know what? And don't worry about
hi, Monkey Mar. Lolita.
don't worry about who has it. Don't worry about where it's going. Just worry about that you did something good. I disagree with you about the vacuum cleaner thing. I think if an adult needs a vacuum cleaner and somebody can afford to get them a vacuum cleaner, but it's your wish list and you can cry if you want to.
Well, listen, I'm only trying to think of, what's going to be best
Children, yeah.
for the community, because we did have backlash from people, looking at people's lists and seeing things on there that they thought were outrageous to be asking for. So, in order to try to not have that happen again this year, that's the only reason I said maybe we'll just make it for kids, whether they're 2 years old or teenagers. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's really the
Yeah.
most important thing on Christmas Day, right? The whole point of Christmas Day is, if a family is really in dire needs and they can't put something under the tree for their children, that's what you want to be able to do. Whether it's clothes, it could be clothes too, if they happen to need clothes, whatever the person decides to put on it. I just think it's better than having more people come at us. Uh,
Well,
Pointing out supposed financial scams while simultaneously making fun of less fortunate. Yes, it absolutely is ridiculous. People looked up all the lists, probably didn't buy anything or contributed to begin with. Listen, Chevy, I know that people did look up the lists. I mean, it
Yeah.
started right
Good.
in Laura's stream. And then she ended up making a wish list. She ended up making a wish list with very expensive items on it, and they were bought. And kudos to her if that's what she wanted to do because she didn't want to be part of our community. Remember, I opened it up to the whole community, the whole entire community. She could have participated in it, but she chose not to. Instead, she made her own wish list, and that's fine.
It's, I don't understand that shaming someone who needs help because there is I've helped and I've needed help.
Mm-hmm.
There's times when I've put that I think I've put this up. I've had $5 for my gas tank and I've been able to fill it up before. There's you you may find yourself in that situation someday. So don't make fun of people that need help. And another, it says, I don't want to live in a I don't want to live in the kind of world where we don't look out for each other.
Good
Not just
night, Miss Nomer. Good
the
night. Thank
not,
you for coming.
not just the people that are close to us, but anybody who needs a helping hand. I can't change the way anyone else thinks or what they choose to do, but I can do my bit. And I think that right there sums it up.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I really felt though it was a major dig at you know my channel, and that includes Wendy because Wendy was part of this channel, and it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair to her, because if you say it about Diane's channel, then you're saying it about Wendy too. And if anybody knows Wendy, you know that Wendy's not going to go for that shit.
No, no. And like I said, she did say she spoke up in Mander's stream today. I missed
Yeah,
it. But
yeah,
you
I
never
missed it too.
know.
Yeah, I missed it too.
Thank you, Jane.
Life where people, yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
never
true,
know where
Chevy.
you're going to be. So many people are. I remember Nene saying, Randy,
Hi, Daria.
Daria, I can't unblock her. And I know
Okay,
she was
I
trying
was
to,
trying to
no,
tell
no, no.
you.
I tried that.
Okay, so you went because that was happening with me. I thought that I couldn't unblock people. So I went back. I actually contacted YouTube and they told me when you unblock the person, right,
Mhm.
you need to unblock them and then refresh the page and then they should be unblocked. Did you do that?
Yes, on my phone.
Okay, try it on your computer.
Okay. Now, on my computer, I can't find the unblock button. I mean, the block and unblock. I don't even know how to do it on my computer.
Okay, but if you go to on your computer, it should
I
happen.
have her channel pulled up right here.
Okay, and it's not showing you the little flag where it says, block, unblock when you hit on that
No,
little flag. Get
no.
out of here.
Here's
I don't,
about channels, videos. Let me go to videos, maybe. No, I'm subscribed and have the bell dinged.
that's so crazy.
I know. I don't have a flag.
I don't understand why the flag's not showing up for you.
Is the flag
The flag would be on the about section.
okay? Okay, wait. Let me go to the about. You didn't say that. There's the flag. Found it.
Okay, so click on,
Unblock user.
okay, yeah,
Submit.
unblock it. Now
I
don't,
found it.
now refresh the page before you look to
Refreshing.
see if she's unblocked.
Okay, I did. I did.
Okay,
Now what?
okay, so now look and see if she's blocked.
Yep.
Oh,
Let me
she's still
unblock
blocked.
again. Submit. You're
You-
unblocked. Refreshing. Go back. She's blocked again. That is insane.
Okay, yeah, for me it worked when they told me that. So yeah, I couldn't figure out for the longest time why I couldn't unblock people. Um,
I can't. I don't understand. You're not a pain at all. It's driving me insane though. We aren't getting notifications. Um,
did you go into your actual block list on in your Creator
yep.
Studio?
One by one, couldn't find her name. Yep.
Okay, did you
And
come up?
Goody Gabby.
Okay, wait a minute. Here's another little thing that I found out while unblocking people because I unblocked everybody and then I reblocked some people. When you go into your block section in your creator studio,
Mm-hmm.
I depending upon how many people you have blocked, I had 1,000 people blocked at least. It took me about an hour and a half. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, what happens is you unblock, 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 and then it'll say see more. Did you ever see that where it says see more? Click on
Uh-huh.
to see more. Okay. Once you get to the bottom of that, you have to exit out again, go back into settings, go back into the block list, and then new people will show up.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you will find Daria in there, but that's what you have to do.
Okay. I'm not giving up.
That's how I got her unblocked. She was blocked on my channel too.
This is
And
insane. It's insane.
but it took me like an hour and a half. It was the craziest shit. But I
Really,
didn't
Nanny
know.
Love? With a name like Nanny Love, I can't. I don't understand.
My big mouth gets me blocked everywhere. Well, you're not blocked in here, Nanny Love. Hi, Kristen. Yeah, so Daria, she'll get you unblocked. If I did it, she will. Because I couldn't understand why I couldn't get Daria unblocked. She kept sending me her link, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then I went into my actual creator studio, and it got taken care of. I couldn't find her in the beginning, but every time I went and reset and went back in and reset and went back in, I finally found her. I said, "There's Daria," and she was unblocked.
So, Kristen Cure, are you nice now? Just asking.
Well, I actually have seen Kristen around, the tubes, and what she's saying now is that she has cut ties with old drama community. So I think that she's been, I don't know, I have a feeling that some of the people that she might have been supporting, she's changed her mind about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, okay, Sour Girl. I know it's late.
it is. I know. I'm sorry. I know that I hate my work schedule, and I'm trying so hard to get my schedule changed. Okay, Kristen, it's that it seriously is that easy. Um, it's just hard to get people trained, and I had one of my best people walk out tonight, so it's just ugh. But that's for a different stream.
What
But
do you mean, like who, Corey? Oh, Corey? Oh, God. Please don't get me started on her. I mean, God.
oh please, I saw that she made a video about me and Wendy, and I didn't listen to it. Don't even tell me what it said.
Yeah,
I want to
I
do a
see my
food.
name. Yeah, when I see my name, I'm like, yeah, whatever, Corey. You know, I mean, I tried with Corey. I tried to be respectful of her in the past. I tried to give her my panel when I could. I tried to not have distractions from people telling her in the chat, go fuck yourself and shit like that. But she's just hopeless.
Mean, evil.
Yeah.
Not the devil, but from the devil, like straight from hell. Straight from
Yes.
hell.
Yeah, she's hopeless. Welcome, Kristen, to the Lawn Chair Mafia. Yeah, so that's really what I wanted to say. I was a little bit upset. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why Steph would say that. It's not true. If you would have to show proof of
Well,
that.
I mean, because she likes to talk shit. I mean, and look, I listened. There was I'm not sure the guy that was up there. He was making some very good points. Um, so since everyone else has white question, it's very important a question. It's okay. I'm here. I'm here for that question. Do I think? Look, either pay him his 400 or send him a foot pick. You owe him. Will it hold up in court? That's that. Look, that was their main. I know if I make you uncomfortable, just tell me to shut up.
No, go
That was
ahead.
that was their main thing tonight. Was it'll never hold up in court, but it's not going to court.
No, something like, listen, let me just tell you right now, something like that would get thrown out of a courtroom in a second. Sorry.
No, it's not about court. It's about saying, "Hey, Pugs." It's about
Because
you up there saying, "I don't owe him shit." Well, are the fries really better at your place? Hell yes. Let me listen. You're gonna get me off track. We got new fries, okay? And Wendy's fries always. I thought they sucked.
Oh no, I
Really?
liked Wendy's fries. I don't really eat fast food anymore,
Mhm.
but out of all the fast food places that I used to eat in, Wendy's was always my favorite. And I'm not just saying that because you work there. I really loved their baked potatoes and all that kind of stuff. I didn't like McDonald's. I was afraid to eat McDonald's anymore because I ordered it one time and I said the texture of this meat is not real. Like something's off with it, and I
That's
never
because
ate it again.
it's from a tube. No, I don't know if it's from a tube or not, but
Well, it was gross. I couldn't eat it.
hand to God, I'm eating a Frosty right now. Really, Willow? I haven't had a French fry or a Frosty in months and months and months and months. But our new fries are what the kids at work say slapping.
Well, what is new about them?
They're like a coated.
Coated with
Yeah.
what? Like with a flavor, like with
No,
a spice?
no. They're just
No.
they call them they're coated with crispy, like a crisp, I guess you would say.
Oh.
But it's not really a spice. It's kind of like Burger King fries used to be. And
Hmm.
they're really good. And Wendy's chili is, as they would say, slapping. And we have sold a hell of a lot of chili. It's cold here now,
And I
but
always just liked Wendy's hamburgers. They were always
yeah,
my favorite of all the fast food places. I never liked a Burger King. I was never a Burger King person, and I always was a McDonald's person.
I
But
love Burger King burgers. Love
but
them.
yeah, I just never liked them. I don't like the way they cook them. And being from New York, I was a uh, oh my god, I just drew a blank. Oh my god, what's the place that I want?
A Philly sandwich.
No, oh
New
my
York
god,
cheesecake. No, I don't
no,
know.
no, no. Let me just tell you about Philly cheesecakes. When I moved to Pennsylvania, I couldn't wait to go to the two competitors, right, in Philly that are White Castle. Thank you, Blaze. Oh my God. It just like I was a White Castle girl from the time I was little and going to
Oh,
dance class. On my way home, my mother would give me money to get um, uh, White Castle, and they used to sell sugar donuts there. So
mm.
I would get a sugar donut. But I was always a White Castle girl. Love them, love them. I know they're shit. I don't know what they're made of. Um, I know that some people actually do shit from them because of the onions on there, but I don't have a problem with onions. But I was a White Castle girl. But Philly cheesecakes, I hate them
Why?
because I don't like cheese on my meat like that, the way they cook the meat. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I don't understand why people in Philly and in Pennsylvania, for that matter, like
Like,
them. I don't. I would prefer a nice New York hero. That's what we call them, not hoagies and whatever other names that they have for them. A nice hero, an Italian hero with salami and provolone and uh, things like that. That's my favorite hero of all time. I'm just not into cheesesteaks. I won't. I won't. I don't.
cheesesteak. I thought you were saying cheesecake. I was about to get off this panel and never speak to you. Blaze,
No.
Blaze, White Castle. It depends on where you're from. Where I'm from, we don't have White Castle. We have crystals.
Oh, well, like I said, I haven't eaten. Well, you can actually buy.
They suck.
Oh, really? The frozen
Jim,
ones?
Jim likes them.
All right. I
But
know that they sell them. I've never bought them, but
mm-mm.
I haven't eaten one in a really long time. But they were my favorite because you can eat a lot of them. They're really small, so you can eat a lot of them. I don't know. And
Oh, they hurt though if you do. Golly, they hurt my stomach. I love them, but they do
well,
not
yeah,
work for
that's
me.
what I was saying. People actually shit from them.
Well, they're called gut bombs. That's what they
They
call them.
never bothered me.
Well, because you don't fart.
No, I fart. I don't know. Listen, I don't know who said that I never fart. I absolutely do fart. Well, I know it was Molly who said it.
Well, I
I do.
triple dog dare you to rip one right now.
Well, no, I won't do it in public. But of course I fart. If I didn't, I would have exploded at some point in my life, right?
I kid. But they no, they don't make me have gas. What they do is they hurt me. Like you feel like that you enjoy them so much, and then the next day you're being stabbed all day with.
Well, I've heard from people that it gives them the shits. That's what I heard.
It can. It just sometimes it hits different.
But no, cheesecake I love. And if I can't get cheesecake from the factory, Cheesecake Factory, right at the supermarket, you can order Junior's, right? Junior's cheesecake, which is pretty good. And they have a raspberry swirl one that is really delicious. So if I can't get to Cheesecake Factory or whatever, I will order that from the supermarket because they make really good cheesecake if you've never had Junior's.
Oh.
And they're a little bit on the expensive side, but all cheesecake really is. All of them are kind of expensive. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. That's
I don't fart loud. Just saying, I just don't.
well. I'll tell this. So
I
at
can't
night,
believe we're talking about farts.
I don't even know how we got here. Well, yeah, I do.
I
Crystals, gas, blah blah. But the other night, I went back to turn on the lights to outside of the restaurant, and I thought, okay, perfect. I'm alone, okay, because I don't let it rip in front of people. But
well,
I
yeah,
thought,
I don't either. I mean, who does?
and I thought this is perfect. I'm back here. I'm alone, and I didn't know exactly. I didn't know that it was going to be loud, but I thought maybe. Anyway, I did it, and then here comes somebody. I heard that. I mean, I was
Oh,
just
damn.
oh golly.
It echoed. Yeah, the only time that I got caught where it could be heard, at one point in my life, some guy that I was with, he came up from behind me and he kind of like took his hands and kind of like took two hands and kind of put
Yeah.
them into my sides, like into my sides, and for some reason, like kind of hard, and it made me fart. Like it was just that's the only time that a fart has ever been released in public by me because it just happened. I guess wherever
I don't know
it
why
was,
that.
and that happened. I'll never forget
I
that.
know.
It was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I don't. I thought I was being secretive. I guess I don't know what but
Yeah, well,
but
you got caught. You
I
got
got
caught.
caught. I got caught. I was farting on the clock. But I just want to say, I think tonight that stream was okay.
And
If
I
you
didn't
didn't,
listen to it all. I just went to
well,
the part where she was talking about the wish list, and that's all I needed to hear.
well,
That's all I wanted to hear.
that was where Rex can say all these very inappropriate, very very inappropriate, appropriate things where people are like, oh, I mean, he called that guy the R word like I don't know several times, and making fun of this man that gave the money, and I don't know the man. I haven't heard him on panel.
I didn't either. Well, no, I actually did hear him a little bit, and in my opinion, and this is just in my opinion, he does sound and like I'm not a doctor or a psychologist or anything, but whether or not he's there's he sounds a little bit like he's on maybe a spectrum or something, or he has extreme social anxiety. I don't take away from him that he's probably smart,
Yes,
but
very
in whatever, listen, I don't even want to get into the whole thing about, look, this world is filled with people who have kinks and do things, and I mean, I can go into stories that will blow your mind, but I'm not going to.
but I don't.
I
I'm
only
not.
tell my close friends. That's
Yeah, yeah, I know what that. Look, I can't. I'm not gonna kink shame the guy because I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if he likes feet or thongs and feet, feet and thongs together, thongs, feet wearing thongs. Uh, that I don't care. It's just that now this guy is being humiliated,
yeah, yeah.
which I get the point. It was brought out to embarrass Steph. Well, is this backfiring because this guy's being humiliated? Furthermore, what I can guarantee you, sadly, is there's going to be people on this platform that is blowing him up trying to get his money. And I think, and I heard that he's on like a fixed income.
Yeah.
And and I hope I'm wrong. I hope people Randy nearly sang the thong song.
Mhm.
Thong to thong. But it's I do, I think that he freely gave up until, this is just my opinion, up until she said, "You want to see me in a thong, my feet and me wearing a thong?" And he said several times, "Yes, please, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please."
Yeah.
Um, I think that was, d- is he going to court? Is she going to lose $400 in court? No.
No.
Um, Maybe she don't have it to give back, but I do think she owes it, and I think that her bringing Diane in it, um, trying to shame people that needed help for Christmas, when you're the one that took $1,400 from a guy that you claim is mentally handicapped.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know why I would be brought into it at all. I've pretty much kept my mouth shut about a certain incident.
Yes, Benny G, thank you.
That all the monies that went in the direction of this channel actually went to the wish list themselves. Absolutely, absolutely,
Straight
100%.
to
And
him. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but the thing is no money was exchanged. No money's exchanged hands or anything like that. It went straight to the person and straight to their address,
yep,
straight to them.
yep, and the addresses were hidden on Amazon. I made sure of that before they were dropped. I
Yes.
made positively 100% sure that no one's address was showing, or their name for that matter. So yeah, you cannot finagle Amazon wish list. You can't. Once
No.
they're made by the person, it goes to them. It belongs to their account.
And there was no profit. There was no.
No,
And let's just say that Mander and Starlight both needed help at Christmas time, so that makes them bad people. Why?
no. And because they're our friends, it was, only helping our friends. No. If they
No.
needed wish lists, if they needed help, in fact, Marianne would have come to me and said, I need help. I'm going to make a list. And I would have said, so make one. But that
Yeah.
didn't happen. Yes, Coco is fine. She's wonderful. So again, I mean, I look, I don't really care about what people, I'm going to be honest. I don't care what people do behind the scenes, you know, getting your freak on, whatever, doing whatever it is that you do. I'm not going to shame anybody for that. But again, I don't know why it turned into what it had to turn into, and being brought up wish list and lying on, Mandolin and Hello Starlight, and then, also insinuating that it wasn't just them that was doing it. It was other people that was sitting in Discord saying, "Oh yeah, well hell, I'll make a list and whatever." No, that didn't happen because
Well,
I would know about it.
see, this is what people aren't going to like. What? Okay, the she's not a victim, but she would ask to borrow money, and he would say, "I don't want you to pay me back."
Right.
Of course, he had a thing for her, but that's not a loan. That is a gift. That's a gift. But when you say, "I'm going to show you this," you've paid for goods that you didn't get. So that's, I watch a lot of people's court, so sometimes I think I'm Judge Million.
Yeah,
But
well, I like her. I like her a lot, but I also like Judge Judy. I used to watch both of those shows
yeah, me too.
all the time.
I can't watch Judge Judy since she grew her hair out. Knock it off, Judy.
Oh
Cut
yeah,
your
she did. Yeah, she did. Listen, Coco, Walter. Listen, Walter and Coco. I have to be honest with you. C. Marie's hot dog has a thing for Coco too. So I don't know what to do at this point. Walter, hot dog. I don't know what to do
hair.
because Coco is a catch. I'm telling you, she's definitely a catch. I don't even know if I should tell the story what I did. You're gonna die if I tell you this.
Oh,
All right, when I was a little girl, there was this guy Gary who my mother was real good friends with his mother, and he was a nuisance to me. He was like a real nuisance.
oh, good point.
I don't know how old I was. I'm going to say anywhere between the age of 5 and 7. Okay. I damn, it was summertime. I told him that. My God, I don't know if I should tell the story.
I'm getting a little nervous.
Well, it was a thing kids do, on on the it's kind of on the level of playing doctor kind of thing. You
With a
know,
neighbor, man or child?
a child. I was a kid.
Oh, go ahead.
He was a kid. I was a kid. I told him, oh my God. I got in trouble for this too. All right.
You have to now. Shit.
I told him if he takes off his clothes, I'll take off mine. And then I didn't do it. And he went home crying naked. And I got in so much trouble. I
So,
was so bad. I don't even know why I did it. I mean, I was like anywhere between the age of 5 and 7.
wait, but did you plan on doing it and then you got scared and backed out?
No, I never planned on doing it.
It's wrong.
Of course it was wrong, but he was a nuisance. He bothered me all the way up to the friggin' 6th grade.
Because you saw his willy.
Well, I don't remember what it looks like, but you know,
Of course not.
yeah, it was. That's it, Sin. I was like, "Show me yours," and he might have been the one that I don't remember the whole thing. He might have started it, and then I might have said, "Well, you take off your clothes, and then I'll do mine." And then as he did it, I said, "I'm not doing it," and he went home crying. Naked. He was naked. So he runs into his house naked. Can you imagine what his mother must have thought? I got in big trouble for that.
I think at some point we've all done that. I'll show you yours if you show me mine. When you're kids, it's just like you're so curious.
Yeah, again, I got in big trouble for it.
So did his parents call your parents?
Well, of course, my mother and his mother were really close friends. They had, lunch together every day, that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yes.
my mother must have been thinking, is this normal? Or do I have to bring my kid to a psychologist? Although I did run away from home when I was 9. It was summertime, and I remembered the way to my grandmother's house. Like, we used to go there every Sunday for, our pasta dinner. And my father would drive me and my sister. My mother would stay home because it was his mother, and my mother needed a break, that kind of thing. And I remembered how to get there. I was 9 years old. It was 30 blocks and about 5 avenues over, right? I remembered how to get there. I walked. When I started walking, it was daylight. And by the time I got there, it was dark. And I ran into a man in the street with his dog. And he said to me, like, "Little girl, aren't you afraid to be walking all alone?" And I said, "Why should I be?" And why should I be? Because I'm like all of 9 years old and I am an adult. And you're not a crazy man that's going to kidnap me, right?
Right. I'm on my own now, sir. You just don't get it.
Yeah. So I get to my grandmother's house and she doesn't even say, I said to her, I lied. I said, "Aunt Rose dropped me off." I had no, like, it was just me in my clothes. And my grandmother didn't call my parents because she believed me. So now my father and my aunt are they're trying to find me, right? They're like, "Where could she be? Where could she be?" And finally, I guess they called my grandmother. I was already in like my pajamas and, because I had a ball at my grandmother's. I could do whatever I want. And they found me, obviously. And my aunt brought me into the bathroom and she's dressing me and she's like, I can't believe you did this. Why did you do this? Da, da, da. And I'm like, I don't know. I felt like it. And then my mother did bring me to a child psychologist
But
because she didn't understand why I would run away. I don't know what, there was no particular reason. I just didn't want to go home that night.
well, you got to do whatever you wanted over at your grandma's. That was probably the main reason.
Yeah, she thought it was because I was maybe jealous of my younger sister. It had nothing to do with my sister. It was just I wanted a night away.
Okay, Nanny Love. I think so. Me and my best friend Gina, and we're still, believe it or not, we're still friends to this day. God bless her. She put up with me for 35 years. I got in trouble. And so I decided I was going to run away, but I wasn't going by myself. So I went to Gina's. She lived down the street. And Gina was, I made fun of her relentlessly because Gina was a Girl Scout, but this is where it came in
Oh,
handy.
wait a minute. I was a Girl Scout. Knock it off.
Okay. Well, I wasn't.
I had all the badges. I made my mother sew them all on. I was like insistent that they all get sewn on for all my achievements. I got to wear my uniform to school every Wednesday. Are you kidding me? Don't make fun of Girl Scouts. Go ahead.
Okay. So I talked Gina into it. Gina's like, but I don't want to run away. And I'm like, well, I do. And, I'm older than you. And so you have to go with me because I say so. I mean, and I really sold it. I'm like, we're going to go and we're going to live on our own and we're going to make it. We're going to camp. So,
Okay.
so the reason the Girl Scout thing came in, she made something called a buddy burner. And so this buddy burner thing, it would cook. You could cook on it.
Oh,
So
I didn't have that.
oh, she made it. It was like a paint can. It had a handle, and I don't know what else. That's all I remember. And I'd say we were around 9, 10 years old, something like that. So, we took a pack of bacon,
Oh my God.
pack of bacon because we had the buddy burner now. Some marshmallows because we was gonna have a campfire that night because we were camping girls living out on our own.
How old
Um,
were you?
I think I was probably about 10.
Okay. That's about the
So
age of a Girl Scout. Okay.
yeah. So, and I know we took some eggs. We I couldn't pack many clothes, but we packed a bunch of Gina's clothes. We was just gonna wear her clothes. Even though Gina stopped growing in about third grade, like she was so short. She's still short. God bless her. So, but I would have got caught if I had packed a lot of clothes. I just had like my backpack packed with some clothes. So we got all the way up to town, like what I call town. Remember, y'all, I'm in Mayberry. Looking back, we got nowhere fast. But it seemed like we had walked and walked and walked. And we took our bicycles, but we were pushing them, right?
Uh-huh.
Carrying the buddy burner, the pack of bacon.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
okay. So we had a half a gallon of milk in one of our backpacks. I mean,
Milk?
we was gonna eat if nothing else. So we got, and on it, finally we just looked at each other and I said, well, maybe we should go home. She's like, yeah, I bet they're worried. I'm like, I bet Nanny is just worried sick. We got back. They didn't even know we were gone.
Yeah, because you were only probably gone an hour.
It seemed like we was gone for hours and we walked miles. Now I can, what I've told my kids this story, like this is where we started. This is where we got to. And we thought we was big time. We thought we was almost out of here. But, when you're little, your legs just don't go.
No, they don't. They don't. So can you imagine at 9 years old, I walked 30 blocks.
No, I can't imagine you. No, I can't because you must have been in really good shape and you didn't take your bike.
No, I didn't
But
take
why?
anything.
Why didn't we ride our bikes? Why the hell
I
did we push our bikes?
I don't know.
Right, Pugs. Now I wonder why Buck runs to the bar.
That's true. Buck and his stories, that cracks me up. I didn't learn much from the Girl Scouts. The one thing that I did take away forever from the Girl Scouts was we did a festival where we were broken up into groups of different countries, right? And I got into Israel. That was the group that I was in. So I had to learn the song Hava Nagila. Now, I'm not Jewish, but I can go to any Jewish wedding. To this day, I can go to any Jewish wedding and knock the socks off Hava Nagila, the dance and the song. So there's that. That's what I got out of Girl Scouts. That lasted with me for a lifetime.
I I have one Girl Scout story. One year Nanny was big. She wanted me to be a Girl Scout. And I'm very careful when I say this name. When I say this name, if you know me, you're gonna know who I'm talking about.
Oh well.
Nanny said, I want you to be a Girl Scout. And I said, well, whatever. So I go to the meeting. Well, Nanny didn't drive. I have this one bitch whore ass that is my family member. That's all I'm gonna refer to her as.
Okay, I know who it is.
Who drove me and went in with me. Somehow ends up being the Girl Scout leader.
Oh no.
Yeah. When I say our little Girl Scout troop didn't do shit, we didn't do shit.
Damn. Oh, we did a lot. I did a lot in Girl Scouts. I
I
sold
don't
cookies.
even. No, we
Oh,
never
I
sold.
did.
We didn't get sashes. We didn't get uniforms because look, I think that it's kind of like whenever even though I took my responsibility serious, I think what happened was because somehow I ended up being president of the what was that club I ended up being president of for my
I don't
kid,
know.
not president. I guess I was president. My kids were in school and I ended up doing all the car washes, all the bake sales, all that shit. It wasn't PTA, but it was something like some club. But because I went to the bathroom and they voted and I came back and they're like, "Yay, Randy."
Oh, so you weren't even there.
I wasn't even there. I didn't even know I was running. Like, I'm sure that I walk away and Stephanie's like, "You know who wants to do that? My mama." So
Oh
it kind
God.
of something like that probably happened with bitch whore ass. But so that's who I ended up with. So I have like PTSD of Girl Scouts. Like that's how bad it sucked. And that's how bad she sucked at being a Girl Scout leader or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I did a lot in Girl Scouts. We went on field trips. We were taken. I don't know why. I would be interested at 10 years old in a baseball game, but we were taken to Yankee Stadium to watch a baseball game. I hated it, of course, but we did go on field trips. We also went to Sagamore Hill, to Teddy Roosevelt's house, and one of the girls on the bus puked all over the place. So that was a memory that I will never forget that because that's not something I want to be part of or anywhere near. So she threw up, and then well, wait a minute, did she throw up? No, she didn't throw up on the bus. She threw up in Teddy Roosevelt's house.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes. So I'm glad that I wasn't like the scout leader because that would have been a nightmare and a half for me. But I did do a lot of things. Again, I mean, I know Hava Nagila. Do you know how to sing Hava Nagila? Do you know how to do the dance?
I've never even heard that song. Oh, and it
It,
was a booster club. It was the booster club. I'm gonna ask you now to sing it, please.
well, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to sing it. Does anybody in the side chat know the Hora and Hava Nagila? The dance is, you get in a circle, and I mean, I would have to show you, but this they do it at all Jewish weddings, and they do it at bar mitzvahs and things like that. And because that's what I learned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Venus Maha Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Venus Maha Hava Neronena Hava Neronena Hava Neronena Venus Maha Uru, uru, ahim, urahim, v'lisamea, urahim, v'lisamea, urahim. That's it. Urahim, v'lisamea.
Yay!
And then there's a dance that goes to it too.
Was you doing the dance as you were singing? I need to know.
No, I was kind of just taking my hands and going up and down. No, I wasn't dancing it because you have to do it in a circle. You have to do it in a circle with people. Yeah. So, and I still remember it. That was when I was 10. I learned that. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty impressive.
Brenda Hart.
Somebody probably clipped it and it'll be playing all over the place, but whatever.
Well, it might catch on.
Well, yeah, the dance is kind of cool. I still remember how to do it. It's a very repetitious dance, but nevertheless, it came in handy when I went to a Jewish wedding, right?
Yes.
So there's that. Try to think of if I learned anything else. I sold lots of cookies as a Girl Scout. But then when I got out of Girl Scouts, and then we lived next door to a family, and the mother was the leader of 4-H. She conned me into joining 4-H, and I was older then by that time, and I just wasn't into it anymore. Because it involved a lot of things that I didn't know how to do, like sewing and shit like that. I almost failed home ec on the sewing side. I couldn't even thread a friggin' bobbin. I had to ask somebody to help me. It was horrendous for me. I had to enter a fashion show with something that I made. I couldn't make it. I asked my cousin to make it. I showed up at the fashion show, and the teacher had the audacity to say to me, "You better hurry and change into whatever it is you're wearing." I said, "This is it." I asked my cousin to make a skirt, right? So I put on a really nice top, and back then, you wore the knee socks and everything matched, and and she said, I still remember it. Like, how moments you remember? She said, "Well, you better hurry up." And then I had to write my own card about like what I was modeling. It was the biggest joke ever. And when she said that to me, I said, "This is it." I thought it was lovely. I mean, what did she think I was going to come in with a gown on or something? Like, I didn't know what she was expecting. I mean, I couldn't even do a friggin' jumper that we had to make with 8 darts. It had, it was like for practice, and it had to have 8 darts. Can you imagine wearing anything that has 8 darts on it? I mean, we weren't in Project Runway. I don't know what, what the hell this teacher was thinking. And then I had to actually go out on stage, and all my friends are there, and I'm like dying. All these lights are on me, and I'm modeling a stupid skirt, and the girls are reading my cards, and Diane is wearing a flowered, skirt. Blah blah. I can't even tell you some of the shit.
The way you said, I thought it was lovely.
Well, I did, because I put an outfit together out of it, and I thought it was lovely. So again, I don't know what she was expecting. Hello, I was your student. You know that I sucked at sewing. I had a friend. Her name was Diane Boner. That was her real name. Okay.
God bless her.
Yeah. I mean, and back then it wasn't like a bad thing. Like I didn't like now, if someone told me their name was Diane Boner, I'd be laughing my ass off. But when in junior high school, it didn't really I don't even know if I knew what a boner was. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Because I was the biggest prude. So I probably didn't know what a boner was. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I didn't know what a boner was. She was excellent at sewing. So she would help me all the time. She would help me with everything. So she's the one who made my jumper with the 8 darts for me, because I couldn't do it. So it was obvious that my teacher knew that I couldn't sew. So what did she expect me to show up in?
Right. That's great.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. But I have lots of stories about school. It is what it is.
It
My
is.
favorite was, my Robin Hood Maid Marian. That was yes, we're live, Stephanie Brown. We already
Yes.
covered all the shit. We covered all the shit to not fuck up Thursday night when we go live. We figured we'd get the dirt out of the way now and then talk about the future and what we're doing for the Christmas wish list this year on Thursday night. Gauchos.
I
God, I
love
remember
gauchos.
gauchos. I remember gauchos.
I love them. I think they can look dressy, and
Oh, they can. They were nice. There
Cynthia
was
hates
nothing wrong
them.
with them.
Cynthia, I've told the story about how she cussed me out for sending her a pair of picture of gauchos.
Gauchos were nice.
But Cynthia was made to wear skirts all the time, and so she had to play volleyball and stuff in her gauchos in gym. So she hates them. Hates them.
Oh, okay. Well, then I
Yes,
understand.
Stephanie. We're live. We've talked somewhat about it. It's the shit that they're saying about Stephanie and
Good
Starlight,
night,
man.
crazy mama of three. Yeah, I mean, look, we did cover it. What we felt that we needed to cover, get all the lies out of the way, because after tonight, when we go live on Thursday, we're just going to talk about what we're doing this year for Christmas, and to all of the naysayers who said that we're all sitting around in a Discord just making lists for everybody. It's not true.
No,
I
it's not.
never I never wore a poncho ever.
I love ponchos.
Yeah, I just I think we talked about all these things before. I never
Yeah.
liked ponchos. That wasn't.
Yeah, because I was gonna make you a poncho, and you was like,
Yes, yeah. She sends me a message and I almost died. I was laughing as soon as I read it. I'm like, "Hello, do you know me?"
Because would you like
Randy,
a
do you
lovely
know me?
poncho?
Like what the fuck? Really? And I didn't want to insult you because uh you were gonna make it. And well, was it a poncho or did you say a wrap or something like that?
It wasn't a poncho.
A
It was
shawl.
a shawl. Yeah, shawl.
Yes. When she said, "Do you wear
I do.
a shawl?" I thought I couldn't stop laughing. And I couldn't wait to like type back to her like a shawl. No, and then I said to you, I would like socks. I think you were originally going to make me socks, right? Or booties.
Yes, booties. Yes, and then I got you sent you socks for Christmas, and
Yes.
they didn't make it.
Yes,
So
they didn't make it. Somebody stole them.
yes,
Telling you, somebody stole them.
and
Uh,
I sent the receipts. I'm like, no. Here's where I bought the socks, paid for the socks, mailed the socks, sent the socks.
yep. I'm
But
telling you.
I make booties. But this I'm working on a blanket, and so I this year I'm
Yes,
not
booties, Stephanie. She was making me booties, not baby booties, big booties for a size
big
7
booties.
foot.
I'm working on this blanket, and it's gonna be the death of me. Duck should have it by the time he's about 4.
Well, I think you better hurry up.
Oh, well, I have planned. I'll think, well, okay, when I get off work, and then I'll do like 2 rows, and I'm ready for bed. I'm tired, and it's you don't know what's a gaucho. It's pants. They're like it looks like a skirt.
Right, but
Shorts.
they don't they only come up to a certain
Yeah, they're like a
like your
three
calf, like
quarter.
right below your calf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Dove Gray cashmere poncho. I wear it in winter. It's very dressy, like a modern poncho shawl thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mixed it up. It wasn't a poncho. It was like a shawl, and I'm
Shawl,
like,
yes. And I love shawls. Randy's gonna be a green. I cannot wait. Like a
I
sport.
know, and it's coming. So it's already November 2nd. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't believe how quickly that time has passed.
This, even for her, it is flown by. And y'all know she is still out there hustling. She was outdoor dashing tonight, just a wobbling. I said, honey,
Just a while, right?
go lay down. Like at this point, you're not getting people out with your belly. Just go lay down.
Well, she dropped though. That's a good thing
Yeah. Yeah. It won't be long.
because that makes you feel better, right? I know women who are pregnant, when it's high up, when the baby's still high up, they have a hard time breathing, right?
Yeah.
Like they get short of breath.
She, yeah, she hasn't complained with that. She says, he's
Happy birthday, Brenda!
so I didn't realize. Yes, happy birthday.
Happy birthday! If Wendy was here, I'd have her sing. But it's her song. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, well,
It's her thing.
Susan Peach.
Hi, Susan.
Yep, I'm gonna be a big old granny.
Well, you're a young granny.
You think
You're,
so? I'm gonna, I'm 46, so
well, that's young.
yeah, I feel young. I don't feel like a granny. I'm not gonna be. I refuse to buy granny panties and
Yeah. No, there's not like a thing that you have to when
make
you
it
become a
fun.
grandmother. You have to like dress like one. Listen, my
No,
grandmothers were all, older because my mother came from a family of. My mother was the ninth child born. You know what I mean? Like, so they were all older. Although, um, well, yeah, they were older. I didn't have a grandmother that was 46. You know what I mean?
yeah, I can remember when over here, and I don't know, Nanny saying that she was 50, and me thinking, oh golly,
Well, I
she's
thought at
old.
one point 40 was old.
Me
Like,
too.
I
And
mean,
I
now
had
40 is young.
when Nanny was 55, I had friends over. Nanny was 55, and she done a cartwheel out in the yard, and I was like, y'all, look, mine, she can do, and she's old. Like she could break a hip. I mean, and I didn't say that, but
Oh,
I
good
just thought,
Lord.
yeah. And now look, I mean, it wasn't old. She push mowed the yard in her 80s. So,
Oh, yeah. I used to live next door to a woman. She was, from Italy, and women from Italy are like really sturdy. Like they have, because they eat well. One night I want to talk about Italians versus Italian Americans because there are dishes that we eat here that we think are Italian, and they're really not. Like in Italy, they don't eat spaghetti and meatballs together. There is no such thing. They do not eat fettuccine alfredo. They do not eat that. They laugh at us because they don't have things called chicken parm. There is no such thing. Um, they do not eat cheese unless it's pecorino romano, mostly. They do not eat Kraft Parmesan cheese. There's no such thing as it. What's some other things? They do not put cream in spaghetti carbonara. There's a whole thing. They use different pastas for different meals. They don't very often eat dry pasta. They will not ever buy Barilla because it's the worst pasta you can buy. So I'm learning all these things, and I'm thinking back to when my grandmother used to cook. No, mozzarella, yeah, that's definitely an Italian thing. But they use different kinds than we do. Like they will use a more fresh mozzarella and different kinds of cheeses. They will put bechamel in their lasagna, which most people here don't. They use ricotta. So I've been garlic bread also is not a thing in Italy. Italian restaurants here have made up a lot of things that they claim are Italian that are not eaten in any region of Italy. I've been learning this by watching chefs who are from Italy.
oh,
and different, like the pastas. Did you hear about the guy who created a new shape of pasta?
No, of course I did not.
Okay, well, it's a thing. He created. It took him a very long time to do it. He created a new shape, and it's on about a 12-week or more back order in order to get it. So this channel that's Italian, it's called Pasta Grandma. They ordered it and they were able to get it. And his wife is like from Italy, and she cooks. And when she cooks, I just like want to die because everything that she makes she makes everything fresh, even her pasta. So she made different kinds of sauces: tomato sauce, ragu, uh, pesto, all kinds of sauces to see which one would stick to this pasta the best way. This pasta has grooves in it. I'm going to show you. I'll find it because I keep getting emails because I wanted to order it to let me know if it's in stock and all that kind of stuff. It will soak up every bit of your sauce, no matter what sauce you're using. Like uh, some pastas that you eat, the sauce will just slide off of it. So I've learned so much about Italian cooking. And then I think back to my grandmother. My grandmother only made fresh pasta. She never made pasta out of a box ever. And not that you can't, but you just have to find really good pastas that are not real orange color. If they're orange colored, then they're not really good pastas. So the lighter the pasta, the better. They're going to be more expensive. But my grandmother made every pasta she made, she rolled out the dough. There was no machine either. Like there was no pasta machine. So everything that she made, whether it was ravioli or just pasta or whatever, it was always fresh. That's how I grew up eating, Italian food. The local Italian restaurant here serves bread with oil and garlic on the side. Yeah, that's different. I'm talking about, yeah, that's for dipping. That's delicious. I love that. But for some reason, America adapted garlic bread where they put garlic and butter all over it and they put it in the oven. It's not an Italian thing. They don't have it in Italy. So I learned a lot. It was really interesting
Oh,
learning all those things. My
oh,
friend moved to Sicily. She said that they put peas in every pasta there. Really? See, now I never heard that watching these people that I watch, but I know that my mother used to make a dish. Yeah, I do think that they make a dish. They make, a pasta with beans, with white beans as a dish, but they also put peas in. Now, I haven't seen it on any channel, but my mother used to make it. I wouldn't eat it because I didn't like peas until I became an adult. I hated peas. I thought they were gross. Um, but anyway, yeah, I'm
yeah.
going to show you that pasta. It's amazing. So yeah, I am going to order it
Oh,
because
yeah.
I want a pasta that's really, really well made and one that is going to be able to collect all the sauce, no matter what kind of sauce you make. Oh, the other thing that they do in Italy is whenever they make pasta, so you know how people take their pasta and they drain it in a strainer, right? They drain it all
Mm-hmm.
out and then they put it on a dish and then they pour sauce over it. They don't do that in Italy. What they do is they take the pasta right out of the water, plus they always save some of that pasta water. You want to save some of that pasta water because if you're making a dish like spaghetti carbonara, you want a little bit of that pasta water because it helps to thicken and make it more creamy because you're not supposed to put cream in carbonara, only eggs. There is no cream. Anyway, you take the pasta and then you put it in the pan that has the sauce in it and you mix it in there. I'm telling you, you'll learn a lot of things. That's why I said I'm sending you Parmigiano Reggiano because you can't eat any more Kraft cheese because it's not real. I want you to taste real Pecorino Romano or,
Some, someday.
Parmigiano because I want you to really know the difference between cheese. I'm sending
Someday
it
I
to you.
will. Okay, I'll eat it.
Well, it's
No.
delicious. You'll never go back to Kraft Parmesan cheese. A long time ago, listen, I used to eat it um, in a jar. I used to get 4C. I think it was called 4C was the brand, and it would be half Romano and half Parmesan. I ate it, and then I started eating real stuff where I would grate it myself. I tried to eat it out of, like the Kraft, and I was like, what is this? Because once you eat real cheese that's really good, you can't ever go back.
Yeah.
Can't ever go back. I love hot peppers in my cheese.
Mm-mm.
Well,
My husband does.
I like spicy food. I like hot peppers, but one time I was cutting up peppers and hot peppers, and I made the mistake of not washing my hands, or forgetting, and rubbed my eye. That was the
Oh,
worst thing that I ever did. Oh my God.
oh.
I only eat real cheese, not even any slice. Yeah, I can't eat American, like you talking about Kraft that's in the paper in the plastic. I can't eat that either. I live in an of cheese. We don't do cheese in a can. Oh, you mean like that sprayed cheese? Yeah, I don't eat that either.
Uh,
I one of my favorite cheeses is brie. Did you ever have brie?
no.
You need to try it. You warm it up and it gets like soft, and you take bread and you can just take the bread and eat it with the cheese. It's French. It's delicious, and it's one of my favorite cheeses. Wisconsin, yeah. You scammed many people, Mama Tittens.
And Randy learned nothing. Okay. I learned that. I'm tired. Are we ready to go to bed?
Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. Although I'm a little wound up now because I have stories in my head.
Not.
Because we started talking about, I mean, I thought about Girl Scouts. I thought about, momentous moments in my life of being in Teddy Roosevelt's house and that girl puking all over it. And my God, they must have been mad. Those people that were running that place must have been so freaking mad that she did that. It was all over the stairs. I remember, you see, did you ever watch the people of the world that have total recall of every day
No.
of their life?
No. But you was mentioning something about that the other day, and somebody that had that, Truman Capote.
Okay, he might have been one, but what's her name from? Oh my God, what's her name? Mary Lou Henner. She is one
Yeah.
of like 50 people. I think there's only like 50 people that have this. If you say to her, "What happened on January 10th, 1985?" Boom, it's like Google pops into her head. She remembers where she was, what might have happened on that day, every single day. And for her, she didn't mind it. Like for her, she said it actually helped her with her acting and memorizing lines. And for her, it was a good thing. But some other people that have it, for them, it's terrible. Like for us, we remember, like I don't remember what day I told Gary to take his clothes off and that I would take off mine. But I remember it. Like you, but if you put out a date to me, other than a date that I got married on or whatever, I'm not going to remember it. These people, they did MRIs on them, and they have a particular part of their brain, and of course, I don't know the name of that part of the brain, but on all of their MRIs, it was larger than what ours is, and that's why they're able to remember these things. Total recall. I got constipated after eating a bad
Yeah.
curd,
She said that they're talking about
bag
their
of curd.
cheese.
I
Their
can't eat curd. I can't eat curd. I've never eaten it. I know that in Canada they have poutine, which is French
Ugh.
fries with gravy, and which I just can't imagine eating a French fry and pouring gravy over it and making it soggy. It makes no sense to me. But that's a dish in Canada, and they use cheese curd. Ugh. I mean, the Lord of curd. What is curd? Like, what is it?
I thought it was like The stuff that's in cottage cheese, no?
It might be, and that's something I won't ever eat. My mother eats cottage cheese. I don't understand how people eat that.
I love it.
You eat it too?
Yeah.
Well, I can't eat that. My mother eats that. Good night, Sin. Yeah, we're gonna go. I'm sure that it's delicious, Jesse. It's just for me, I don't understand the purpose of putting gravy on French fries. It's only going to make it soggy, no?
Well, I don't know. I like cottage cheese with peaches or cottage cheese and mostly peaches, I guess.
Yes, Susan. Mary Lou has done numerous interviews about her Total Recall. It is fascinating. I loved when they asked them what happened on this day, this time, and they picked out dates. Like they didn't tell them, like they didn't know ahead of time. But some of them were when things happen, like a plane crash that we wouldn't remember. Like not the plane crash, like the guy who crashed into the water. Not something big like that. A plane crash of flight 274. Like they just knew that on that day that happened.
Mm.
It's crazy, 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 crazy.
So I'm watching my frog. I got a frog for my tank.
Oh,
Yeah, mistake. Such a mistake.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Listen, why did you get a frog? You know that getting all these kinds of things, um,
No,
they're just
no.
not for you.
This was a safe bet. This was a safe thing. And I had mentioned to Timber that I wanted a little frog, and she surprised me by getting me a frog. I was talking about this the other day, and he doesn't do anything but just sit. But come to
Well,
find out,
what did you think he was going to do?
he's got webbed hands and feet. I thought he was going to swim around. So, but come to find out, they're nocturnal. So when I see him in the daytime, this is the first time. Well, the
Oh, I
second
didn't know that. I
I didn't
didn't know
either.
that.
I didn't either. So I've been sitting here watching him just swim around the tank like a little champion. Just,
Oh my God.
but his, I have looked and looked and looked for food that's not pellets because his food it's
Good night,
murking the
Blaze.
water. It murks the water up. Good night, Blaze. We're about to go too.
Yeah.
It, and I can't stand for the fish water to be murky. I can't. It's driving me insane. The way that the water is staying because his pellets dissolve in the water and it makes it
Yeah.
murky. They can't, and I can't find anything to feed him besides those pellets.
Well, look, I had a turtle and my turtle story was bad.
Yes.
You know, that's another thing that I will always remember because it was a heartless thing for me to do, and I was 15 and scared of salmonella.
Yeah.
So,
There he goes now. There and he's swimming now. He's diving back down. His little legs are going. He's so cute when he swims. But his food, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to maybe he'll eat shrimp. I don't know. Uh, God.
shrimp,
That's what I was
you
looking
won't
up.
even eat shrimp.
No, I won't. I don't want to touch it, but it's some kind of good night, Stephanie Brown.
Yeah, we'll be live again Thursday night. I'll put it up on I'll set up the event. It'll be late. So I'm telling you all I'll tell you all ahead of time so that you'll take naps
Yes.
because you're gonna need a nap.
Mwahaha.
It is
Yes.
what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm exhausted. So yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we're gonna go. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for coming. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to wait. And, even Randy suggested not to mix any of the drama with the good stuff. And, yeah, I just was like blown away that, anyone brought up this whole thing with the wish list when it wasn't even what the whole, video was about. Like it, I was shocked. But anything to start trouble. And of course, because it's November, that's why they probably did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's November, right? So, if we start doing this thing, we're going to start it a little bit earlier. So, yeah, there's not much time. So, whatever. If you don't want to be part of it, if you think that, that's all we do is sit around and, say, okay, let's put this on a list and now you buy this for me. It makes no sense. It's stupid. It's dumb. So, go with whatever you want to go with. That's on you. That's all I could say about that.
I agree.
And we'll just do what we want to do.
Yep. And if you want to help, you can help. If not, you got Twitter. I do. It's Randy's Life 1. At Randy's Life 1.
Randy's Life 1.
Yes. Find me on there, Willow. All right, y'all. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, everybody. We'll see you Thursday.
See you Thursday. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone. Am I echoing?
No.
Okay.
No. Sometimes I think I did.
All right. Well, I just heard it now. No, it's gone. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, y'all.